Another month of 2023 has passed, and K-pop gifted us with many great songs this month. I think March has been so far my favorite month in K-pop, with so many great releases, so much that I can't wait to see what's the rest of the year has in store for us. Please watch till the end because after the ranking I am gonna put two bonus songs that weren't actual comebacks in the sense that they weren't promoted like normal K-pop comebacks, but they were kind of a special release, but that I loved nevertheless. So, I am Julia and this is Girl Groups in Your Area. Grab a snack and a drink and let's jump right into it. It's not that Shining Bright is bad or badly produced or arranged. As a matter of fact, I think it is exactly how it's supposed to be. It's just that this type of music, very different vibe, is one of the furthest thing away from my personal music taste. So I can't help but thinking that this song is so boring to the point that I think I've never finished listening it. And I am sorry about that, I swear, because I actually like their latest release, Lofticon. Still, it wasn't like one of my favorite songs ever, nor I was obsessed with it, but I found it much more enjoyable than their debut, for example. So I was hoping to see them continuing in that direction. But I mean, at least I appreciate their consistency with their concept and sound, and it's okay if their music is not my thing. I wish them the best anyway. Honestly, I really can't get into iChillin that much. Their music has always been quite unforgettable for me, and this news release didn't change that. Alarm is not a bad song, it's just that nothing really sparks an interest in me. Everything is kind of bland, and I feel that there are 1,000 K-pop songs just like this one. Draw, their previous comeback, at least was more original and had more personality. However, since it's not my style to say only negative things, and I always try to find the positive elements, there are two things I liked about this release, which are the concept and the styling. The concept was this video game concept with the members having powers. In fact, we see in the MV these pink laser beams shooting from the members' eyes, which made me chuckle. Also, the styling was really cute, not every single stage performance, or at least I don't think so, because I am not watching every single stage to be honest, since I am not really interested in the song. But I saw some really cute outfits sometimes with original accessories like pink headphones and a lot of charms. I am loving this fashion trend of 2023, by the way, of having headphones, Tamagotchi, charms, all these cute accessories which make a simple outfit stand out much more. So yeah, these are the kind of things I could have said about this comeback, and I definitely hope that iChillin will get better music in the future because they definitely deserve it. You better watch me, I will never stop, never stop. You can bet on me, I never stop. So put the 위로 올라, I will never stop, never stop. 내가 만든 내 position, yeah. I really like Crax's music. I always enjoy these EDM tracks that they release because it's exactly the type of sound I enjoyed. I didn't love their recent releases except for Poison Rose, which was a banger, even though not one of their best songs in my opinion. And I was really excited about this comeback because the concept looked so cool. I mean, a whole concept about them being a new group. That's so cool, original, and also important because they are the first group to do something like that, and I really admire them for that. Also, the styling is great. We've got a lot of gorgeous outfits throughout the MV. However, the song is quite a miss for me, especially the chorus. The violin and electric guitar addition, even though appreciable, doesn't succeed in adding flavor to this chorus, and for once the swag and charisma of the members unfortunately don't manage to make this a bop that could get them out of Nugudom. All these are your faithless flip boy. 말해봐 해줄 text 네 운명을 정해줄게 I'll be a more alive. Honestly, I am really sad of this change, both in concept and sound that Pixie has. I was a super fan of their cool lore about them being fairies without wings, and of their sound very witchy and dark. While now apparently they reborn as villain because the witch that cursed them and left them without wings managed to make them become this evil version of themselves that live in a dystopic city. Or maybe they have to bring evil people to justice. Honestly, it is still not clear to me what the actual lore is, but anyway. With their change of concept, they also changed their music from their dark pop sound of their previous songs to an electro groove sound with both Villain and now Karma. Exactly like the lore, I prefer their previous music, but I have to admit that if a group has to change sound, this is definitely the best way to do it, because they completely reinvent themselves given the strict connection between their lore and their sound, but they managed to do that without losing their very distinctive dark and spooky vibe, so that's something I appreciate. Back to Karma, it was also very unique that they basically created the title by combining two B-sides, Hide and Seek and Flip a Coin, and that's so cool and original. It took me a while to figure it out actually, but once I did it, I was blown away. Again, Karma is not really my cup of tea in terms of music, so I didn't add it to my playlist, nor I think I'll get back to it that often, but I nevertheless enjoyed some stage performances because overall this release has this alluring vibe to it, which really captivates you. I don't know if it's for the whispers or the way they dance, but that's how I felt. The styling was really good, but that's not a surprise because Pixie always had a really good styling that fit the vibe of the release well. So, overall, a nice release. I didn't like their pre-release Chico Malo. It wasn't bad or anything by all means, but it was nothing special in my opinion. So I didn't have high expectations or anything. But when I listened to Gigi Bebe, I was pleasantly surprised. I absolutely love the instrumental that we hear at the beginning and at the end. I honestly wish we would have heard it more often throughout the song. To be honest, the chorus is a bit off-putting, especially the thank you part, but at the same time it gives this unique and fresh vibe, which is definitely entertaining. The dance break. I don't know what's up with Rainbow Bridge World, because Ilella, I still don't know how to pronounce this. Anyway, in there too we've got a dance break, which was cool per se, because it had a good instrumental base, but it didn't match at all the rest of the song, and the exact same thing happened here, so the result is that it felt completely unnecessary. But anyway, moving on, the MV is simple yet aesthetic and nice, and the styling is really good. I especially love these looks, it gives this 80s glittery vibe, and I love it. Heartbeat, heartbeat. Billy are kind of a strange group to me in the sense that they are very talented and they seem to have an interesting lore, but I'm not really able to get into them. The lore is kind of a mystery to me, like I know it involves a girl gone missing or something like that, but beside that I don't really know what is going on. Their songs so far have not really been my cup of tea except for Ring My Bell, even though I have to admit that all their title tracks are all very different from one another, so that could change in the future. This is not about bashing Billy by all means, this is just to say that I am not really into the group, so I didn't have many expectations. And okay, so Eunoia is still not really my cup of tea music sound. However, I got so addicted to the chorus because it's so alluring, it's crazy. I don't know, there is something about this song that makes me want to watch the stage performances all the time. The choreo is so pleasing to watch, especially this move of Aharam. The MV, I didn't like it, not because of the whole they copied new jeans with the school concept, because that's just stupid, No, it was just boring and not aesthetically pleasing in my opinion, but I am so happy about the styling because I thought we would have seen only boring school outfits, but instead the styling so far has been great, very fun and colorful with all these cute accessories, charms attached to the outfits, and also a Tamagotchi, which is so fun to me because in my favorite styling eras video when I was talking about smartphone of Vienna, I said that I wanted to see Tamagotchi and stuff like that as accessories, and apparently the Lord listened to my prayers. Anyway, I don't think this kind of styling matches the concept that well, because for the styling they went for, I would have imagined a more bubblegum, fun, and cute song. Instead, the vibe of Eunoia is completely different, but I'm definitely not complaining. Another cool thing about this release is the title. I studied ancient Greek in high school, and as soon as I heard the word eunoia, I knew it was a Greek word. Eu in ancient Greek means good, and noia means thought. So the two combined together means harmonious and well-ordered thinking. And it also describes the ability to convey benevolence and empathy towards others, arousing in them the same feelings. I think that is really a cool meaning, and I don't know if it's somehow connected to their lore, if the lyrics refer to this whole meaning, but yeah, I thought it would have been interesting to point this out in case you guys didn't know. I don't really know Cherry Bullet that well, so I didn't have any expectations, but as soon as they started to release the concept photos, I knew it would have been good, given the overall aesthetic and mood. Poe gives this girl crush vibe, which I totally love and miss, honestly. Fuck cute concepts, okay? No, I'm kidding. Cute concepts are fine, but I feel that they are overappreciated nowadays, and I kind of miss the girl crush period. Here, I said it. Anyway, the only part of Poe that I don't really love is the post-chorus, the play on the word line, but at the same time, it's not too jarring, like, you kind of get used to it after a few listens. The rest of the song is immaculate though. I love the verses and the rap section, and the first part of the chorus and the bridge are really alluring. The members look like mermaids, which are singing to me in order to make me clash into the rocks, you know? The styling was really good. We've got a lot of amazing looks like this one of Yuju, this Prada look of May, and in general we've got a lot of stages with cropped pants, which are one of my fashion obsessions. So I am completely obsessed with this era right now, even if it's already over. It's now official that I'm starting to become obsessed with Twice. Their music has never been my cup of tea, and I still think that, but at the same time, I started to get very interested in them since Talk That Talks era. This interest grew with Moonlight Sunrise because I don't know exactly why, but it grew on me in a way I could have never imagined. I love the vibe of that song, that dreamy, fairy mood and aesthetic, I just loved it. And now with Set Me Free, I like them even more. It's much better than their latest Korean title tracks in my opinion. It has this retro 80s flavor to it without being too overwhelming, and the result is a really catchy song. The concept is unclear to me though, like from the MV teaser I was expecting a makeup free concept, which would have been so cool honestly, because it would have been like set me free from the beauty standards of society, but no. We've got like one scene of Sana removing makeup and that's it. So it really felt like a missed opportunity here. The MV is not bad, it has a nice color palette, quite pleasing to watch, with the grey, beige, white and light pink as predominant colors. However, it's nothing special overall and nothing really stands out, especially if we compare it to Talk That Talk MV, which was amazing and it's one of my favorite MV ever with those spy and Y2K aesthetic. However, their visuals are all crazy good this era, like the amount of fan cams that I watched is probably unhealthy, especially of Sana. I fell in love even more with her and I didn't think it was possible. I am sorry that they promoted the Set Me Free very little. We've got only like 4 stages. The B-sides were good, even though not as good as between 1 and 2 album in my opinion. My favorite are Blame It On Me and Crazy Stupid Love. So overall, a really good release from for Twice. They really never disappoint. Now, for the top 3, I already made separate review videos, and that's the reason why this ranking got delayed so much, by the way. So if you wanna see me going deep with this release, please check them out. I will just summarize my thoughts here very briefly. So, Flower. I actually like it. It's not the sound I was expecting from Jisoo, even though I wasn't really expecting anything. But I guess she would have went for something soft and elegant, which is exactly what happened. The chorus is definitely the best part of the song because I really like the instrumental, but the rest of the song is nothing special, nothing really stands out, so that was quite a disappointment. And it's funny to me because for All Eyes on Me, the B-side is exactly the opposite for me. I really love the verses and the bridge, while the chorus is a bit underwhelming, so whenever I see people asking which songs I prefer between the two, I honestly don't know what to answer. Probably the best song would have been the verses and the pre-chorus of All Eyes on Me combined with the chorus of Flower. That would have been perfect. Anyway, I really like the choreo. It's very simple, YG style, but I love the flower moves. They are very satisfying to watch, and I love when in a choreo they incorporate references of the title. I also like a lot the concept. It's not really original because it talks about the end of a love story, but I really like this whole parallel with spring and flowers. It's a very visual metaphor, very graceful, so it felt really Jisoo in some ways. I was expecting more with the envy though, nothing really stood out, plus I thought they would have shot some scenes in a flower field or something, given the concept, but no. So again, that really felt like a missed opportunity. The styling was perfect. She served so many looks because she changed like 10 outfits or something, one better than the other, so that really felt like the highlight of the release. Plus, I love that during the chorus, when she was doing the flower move, she had fabric on her hands that matched the outfit she was wearing. That was so cool and unique, and it really looked like a flower. So yeah, overall, a really cool debut from Unni Jisoo. I love it. I am obsessed with Kitsch. I listen it non-stop for days. I am honestly annoyed that everyone criticizes it and seems to hate it. Again, everyone fucking hates girl crush and badass concept nowadays, and I just can't stand it anymore. Yes, IVE has another concept and sound completely, but first of all, this is just a pre-release, and second of all, I am happy to see them in different shoes and with a different vibe, which I think really suit them, by the way. So yeah, I am all here for Betty IVE, honestly. However, I would have put this song first in this ranking, probably if it wasn't for the rap section, which sucked, to say the least. I am always a rap defender because I like rap, and I think that if it's well delivered, there is nothing such as quote-unquote unnecessary rap. And since this song has this bad bitch vibe, I think an aggressive rap would fit perfectly. But instead we've got this completely off-putting rap, especially of Ray, which broke my heart honestly because she's my bias. But this rap is just terrible. The English lyrics are cringe as fuck, and yes, it's overall just bad. Anyway, I forgive them because Kitsch slaps hard. I don't care what y'all say. Plus, I live for Pink Air Ray. She's a goddess with that look. And also the envy. Even though it was very simple, I found it really aesthetic. Probably because the predominant color was pink, which is my favorite color ever. So, yeah. So yeah, freaking hype for this comeback. The 10th of April. I seriously can't wait no more.
Love me like this, love me like that, love me like this, love me like that, love me like this, love me like that, love me like this, and I love it right back.
So, my review video of Love Me Like This lasted like 30 minutes because I had a lot to say, and Again, I will summarize here, but I suggest you go watching it if you're interested in a really deep dive into Love Me Like This. In brief, I absolutely love the song. It's really my style in terms of music, a bit of R&B and a bit of pop. But as an NMIX lover and stan, I was absolutely disappointed that their mix pop sound and concept was nowhere to be found in this release. I know that dropping their pick and mix concept will likely bring them more success since everyone criticized it and hate them for it, but at the same time it was what made them stand out for me and what made them unique. Love Me Like This is a bop, by all means, but I feel that everyone could have released it. Amazing vocal skills aside, of course. I mean, it didn't have that NMIX flavor to it. Even the MV was super disappointing and underwhelming to the point that it almost angered me, I swear. Like, I was expecting an amazing aesthetic like in Dice, but moreover, I thought the whole concept would have been about this sweet oasis candy, because in the short film they released before Love Me Like This, they were talking about the candy shop Pick and Mix, which sold various donuts and sweets, and then it then became Sweet Oasis, a candy shop which sold only one green candy with a single flavor, plus the owner of the candy shop started to do weird experiments on answers and mix fandom, so the members went there undercover to discover the truth. And aside from my excitement when I realized that these candy shops were metaphor for their music, and so that JYP basically hinted us with the fact that with this comeback, the sound would have been only one, contrary to their previous titles. But aside from that, I was really hyped because I was expecting this whole storyline and concept in the MV, so of them as agents undercover, this green candy shop, etc. Instead, we've got so many scenes completely disconnected to one another and a white empty background all the time. Thank you, JYP. Really. Appreciated. Anyhow, the song is a bop, that's why it deserves the first spot. Plus, my girls are probably the most skilled group of the fourth generation, and that's a fact.
Every time I work, every time I run, every time I move, as always for us. Every time I live, every time I love, every time I hope, as always for us.